Hello everyone, welcome to iLearning Digital class. My name is Steven. I want to use this medium to appreciate those that already subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am so grateful for the likes, for taking your time to comment as well on my YouTube channel. I'm so grateful for taking your time as well to share my videos to your loved ones on your different social media platform, so that your loved ones will be able to watch on my channel. I'm so grateful for that. So a few days ago, we started a project series I called Hospital Management System. So we are going to be using Nodejs, Expressjs, EJS as well, and MySQL as the database. So my last video, I tried to show us the project overview, what this project is all about, how the project works. So I try as much as I can to to explain to us how this project works. So if you have not yet seen that particular video, for you to be able to understand what we want to create, so that maybe you'll be able to decide if it's something you are going to that you're going to have interest in creating. So just go and watch the previous video. I'm going to drop the link for the previous video down to the description. So just click on it and go and watch the previous video. So guys, so we want to start building our project proper now. We want to start building our project proper. So what I'm going to do in this video is that we are going to set up everything we are going to need to kickstart the creation of this hospital management system. So we are going to do some basic setup. We need some packages to be installed. We need some things to be installed in our computer. So what I'm going to do today is that I'm going to walk you through every of those packages, everything you need to install on your computer to get this project started. So guys, without any further ado, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is you need Node.js to be installed in your computer, because this is the basic and this is the number one this is the number one thing you need to be installed on your computer. So you need Node.js to be installed into your computer. So how are you going to do that? Is just very simple. I mean, very simple. So just head on to nodejs.org, then the /en/download, or you can as well Google search, just type Node.js download. Either if you are using it all depends on the iOS you are using, either you're using Mac or you are using Windows. Just search. You are going to be able to get to this page as you are seeing now. So we have for Windows installer if you are using Windows, and we have for Mac OS installer as well. So just select any one of these any one of your iOS here and just install. So just follow the normal process in which once you click this Windows installer, it's going to download Node.js into your computer and just install it. I mean, it's just very simple. There is no kind of special there's no kind of special thing you really need. So just install it, and if you need any kind of, or maybe you are confused, or you need any kind of help, you can just, there are a lot of tutorial on YouTube that talks about how you can install Node.js. So you can just head on to YouTube, just type how to install Node.js to my computer, maybe into your Windows or into Mac OS. So it depends on your iOS. So you see several videos that has been released as well, that talks about how you can install Node.js. So this videos is not particularly how you can install Node.js. So just go to YouTube, you will find several tutorials that can do that for you. So having done that, so another thing we need to install now is SAMP as well. You need SAMP. So you just have to head on to www.apachefriends.org/download.html. So it's going to take you down to this page. So because my iOS is Windows, so you can search SAMP for Mac, and you are going to, as you can see now, we have for Linux, we have for Windows. So you'll be able to get you'll be able to get the version that fits into your iOS. So the reason why we need SAMP is because SAMP is going to help us to run our database locally. So that is the essence why we need SAMP. So SAMP is going to help us to run our data effectively locally. So that is why we need SAMP. So just head on to this. So download for 64 bits. This is it. You can just come here and click on download, and you are going to install it, and it's very easy as well to install to your computer. So then the next thing again, once you've installed Node.js, you've installed SAMP, then you are good to go. So another thing I want to talk about is Node More. and I'm going to tell you the reason why we need Node more very soon. So, but just type Node more to Google. So you're going to get, you should be able to see Node more npm. So you can install Node more through npm. So what you just have to do, just copy this npm install hyphen global, that is dash global, this is global but dash g, then Node more. So just copy this and add on to your command prompts. So just add on to your command prompts and just paste what you just. Without you installing Nodejs, you will not be able to use npm. Take note of that. That's why I said Node.js is the number one thing you need to install into your computer, because without that you will not be able to run npm. So we're going to run npm install g node mod. So that is all you need to do. So it will start. I've installed it on my computer already, so that's all. You just press the enter button and it will start installing into your computer. Okay, so let's assume you've installed Node.js. I've assumed now you've downloaded SAMP, and I've assumed you've installed Node more now. So what is the next thing we need to do, guys? So let's head on to my text editor. Now I'm using Sublime as my text editor. You can use any of your preferred text editor. That doesn't stop. You still eventually get the same result. But you really want to follow me, in total, like you really want to follow exactly what I'm doing, so you can just install Sublime. But that doesn't say you cannot use any other text editor. You can use VS Code, you can use Atom, you can use Bracket. Any text editor of your choice. So now, one thing I want to say now is that now there are some packages you need. This is it now, package.json. So this is let me show you guys. So this is the packages you need, dependencies rather. So we need to install some dependencies. So we have async, we have bcrypt, we have body parser, we have cookie parser, we have EJS and the likes. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to push this stat file. As you guys see it now, I'm going to push it to GitHub. So I'm going to push this package, the JSON. I'm going to push this package, log this node login. I'm going to tell you the essence of why we need this node login of SQL. So I'm going to push all these things to GitHub, and I'm going to drop the link to the description. So what you just have to do, just download. Either you can download a zip file or you can clone as well. So just click on that link. It's going to take you to GitHub and download this package. Package.json. You see package -log. So these are the two things you are going to see. These are the two things you are going to see. So once you've downloaded it and you've unzip it, so just go down. Just come. Let me clear this out. Come to your command prompt. So let me just show you. Just come into your command prompt. So this my whole where anytime I want to use my command prompt, I'm going to get it as user. So let's assume that the file you downloaded on GitHub is in maybe your download folder. You get what I'm saying now? So you can just come here and do CD like this to your download, if it's in your download folder, for example. So you can just do CD like this to your say downloads. Okay, so you can just do something like this to your, let me make it big. Okay, so you can just do something like this to your download folder, and so don't forget, let's say for example it is in download, and the name of the particular file you are going to download from GitHub is hospital management system. These are it's going to look like hospital management. Okay, I'm trying to take my time to start from the basic for the sake of people that are just that are fresh to doing things like this. So hospital management system. This is the name of the folder, the file you are going to download from GitHub. So having done that, if I press enter now, it's going to tell me the system cannot find the path because this path is not in my system. So once you just click enter, are you getting it now? So once you click enter, provided this name is correct, you'll be inside this folder. Once you are inside this folder, so the name of this hospital management system will be at the front of this download. Once you're able to do that, just come down and say npm install. So and click enter. So once you click you type npm install and click enter, all these packages you are seeing here is going to download. All these packages you are seeing here, are you getting it now? So all these packages you are seeing here is going to be installed into that your hospital management system. So you should be able to get this node underscore modules. Are you getting it now? You should be able to get that once everything is installed successfully. So if you're having any issue, if you're getting any error, just drop your question to the comment box, and I'm going to answer every of your question relating to what I have just explained now, because at times you might get some little challenges. So if you know you are getting any error, just drop your question. I'm going to answer them. So let's assume you've been able to install all these packages now, and you've gotten your node underscore modules folder here. So that is telling you that yes, all packages has been installed successfully. So guys, the next thing we have to do now is that we need to let me show you something now. This node login.sql is the table we need to create in our database. So these are all the tables we need to create in our database. As you can see, all these tables we need to create them in our database. So to make this work very easy and fast, so that we don't just start going to my database and start creating these things, I've provided this node login.sql. So what are you going to do with this now? Let me show you. Now don't forget you've downloaded SAMP. So just go into your computer and open SAMP. So you'll be able to see something like this. So you need to start Apache. Are you getting it now? So you need to start MySQL as well. So let's start this now. Okay. So let's start MySQL as well. So you need to start MySQL. So having started MySQL, so just click on this admin here. So it's going to take you, it's going to open to your browser, your default browser. So it's going to open phpMyAdmin. So inside this phpMyAdmin, that is where we are going to be able to create our database. Don't forget, if you don't start this Apache here, if you don't start this, you will not be able to start MySQL database. So it is the first thing you need to start. So once you start it, you'll be able to MySQL, your phpMyAdmin will be able to open and run successfully. Don't forget that, and don't get confused on that. So guys, if you are enjoying this video, kindly hit the subscribe button, and don't forget as well to hit on the notification button if you are enjoying this video, and don't forget as well to hit the like button and comment as well if you are really enjoying this video. Kindly do that. Don't forget to hit on the notification button so that anytime I keep uploading my new project series relating to hospital management system and other projects in the future, you'll be the first person to get the notification. So guys, this is our database now. Our phpMyAdmin is open already. So what is the first we have to do? We want to create a database. That's the first thing we want to do now. So just head on to this place and create a new. Okay, so the database name, take note of this database name because we are still going to make use of it. So let's say the name of the database is hospital. Okay, let's just say HM system. Okay, HM system. So once you've done that, just click on create. Okay, let me click on create now so that you'll be able to follow me through. So once you click on create, as you can see now, our database has been created. So instead of us to start creating tables and the likes, that is going to take a lot of time. As you can see, we have a lot of tables to create. See, create table for employee. We need to create table for employee. We need to create table for doctor. We need to create, a lot of tables we need to create. So instead of us doing these things from the scratch, which is going to take a long time, so it's very easy. I've already created this table already. So what you just have to do is you have to import this node login.sql inside the new database you just create here. So how are you going to do that? Just come to import. Don't forget, you must be inside this your database you just created. So make sure you are inside it. So and come to import here. So once you come to import, okay, so you can just come to choose file here. So just locate that file. It's going to be inside your hospital management system under the download. Make sure you locate it. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So make sure you locate that node login.sql inside hospital management system that you downloaded from GitHub. I assume it's going to be under your download. So once you've done that, just click select it. Automatically it's going to import that or it's going to create that table for us. Are you getting it now? So once that table is created, you should be able to see something like this. Let me show you. let me show you. You should be able to see something like this. So this is my own HMS. That's the name of when I was trying to practice and create this hospital management system. So this is my database here. You should be able to see appointments, you should be able to see complaint, you should be able to see the department, you should be able to see doctor, employee, leaves, login, store, temps, users, verify. So all these things must be complete. All these tables, excuse me, so all these tables must be complete and must be created in your new database you just created. Hope you get that now. So it must be there. So having done that, so once it's going to write once you've uploaded your the SQL file, so you should be able to get things like this. So you will see different under appointments, you see columns, index, and the likes. So now you should be able to find all these things. Make sure these things are complete. Are you getting it now? Make sure they are complete. So I've assumed you've been able to do that. If you're having any error or any issue here, don't forget, just drop your comment now. Just drop your comments. Just drop your question to the comment section, so I'm going to provide answers to them. I know it's possible you encounter some errors, but don't worry. Just ask me the question relating to this, and I'm going to answer them. So I've assumed that you've been able to upload tables inside the database you just created. So now, what is the next thing we have to do? So we want to get our server running on localhost now. So we need to write some few lines of code. So how are we going to do that? So let's head on to our app.js. So what is the first thing we need to do now? Let's quickly say variable express. Let's say variable express is equals to require. Okay, it's equals to require. So what do we want to require here? We need to require the express now. So don't forget, express is one of the dependencies, one of the packages we install. So we need another one, session. Okay, so session again. Session is equals to required. And it's equals to require. So what do we want to require here? We need to require express session. Okay, express session. So make sure that your spellings are correct so that you will not have issues. So we need to, let's quickly do this. We have cookies here as well. Require. Okay, require. Then we need to cookie passer now. So let's import cookie passer. Okay, so let me see if the spelling is correct. So what is the next thing we need to do is the path as well. Variable paths. Okay, variable paths is equals to require now. Okay, we need to require the paths here. Paths. Okay, so having done that, so the next thing again we need to do is the EJS. That's the template engine in JavaScript. So it's going to help us to display some of our data and the likes to the users. So EJS, I'm going to explain how it works later on in this project. EJS, then we need variable modular. So this motor is going to help us to to save images to our database. So that is the essence of this motor. So we have motor here as well. Okay, now so what's the next thing again? We need async. Okay, like this. Is equals to async. Okay, say require now. Don't forget require must be there. Okay, so let's get this like this. Okay, all right. So what's the next thing again? We need node mailer. So node mailer will be able to help us to send images. To send messages rather. To send messages once the user sign up. So that's the essence of, that's why we need this node mailer to send email messages. Okay, so we need it. What else again? Variable crypto. Okay, crypto is equals to required. Okay, it's equals to required crypto. Okay, it's equals to required crypto. So what is the next thing again? The next thing again is the express validator. It's going to help us to validate express validator. Okay, if I'm correct, sorry, you shouldn't have this dash head, so this should be equal to express validator is equals to it's equals to required. Okay, it's equals to required. So what we want to require now is the express validator. Okay, it's the express validator. Okay, express validator. So what is the next thing again? The next thing we want to do is the suite alert. So it's going to help us to to give a customized and beautiful alert instead of us using the default alert. Suite alert is equals to require. Okay, require. So we'll very soon, later on we'll begin to see the essence of all these packages. So we are going to make use of all of them. So then the last one we need to get is the body passer. So let's say variable body passer now. Body passer is equals to require now. Require. Then we have body passer. Is it like this? No, it's not. So we have body passer. All right. Okay, so we need another one again. Is then the next thing we have to do now is that okay, so let me come down here. Let's say variable app. Okay, variable app is equals to express. Okay, is equals to express. Is equals to express. Then we have come down. Let's say constant HTTP now. We're going to need it. HTTP is equals to require HTTP. Okay, require HTTP. I think this should be at the top, just for us to follow this sequence very well. Okay, good. All right. So then the next thing we have to do now is that we need to we need to set the template, and let's say app.set now. App.set. Then the view engine now that I want to use, the view engine. Then is EJS. That's it. EJS. So that's the view engine you want to use. So now the next thing again is that, so we're gonna say app.use. So we need it to open. We're gonna say express now. Express dot static. So for us to be able to open our static file, the static file it consists of our .html, our CSS, our images. We are going to be able to open all those things once we run on the local host. We want to be able to open the HTML files, the static files we have in this project. So for us to be able to do that, so we're gonna say express.static. Then we are going to have it inside our public folder. We will soon create this public folder now. So we have public. Okay, so that is the static files is located in the public folder. So we've not yet created it, but we'll soon do that. So now let's come down here and let's say app. Okay, .use again. App.use. Then we need the body passer. Let's say body passer app.use. Body passer .url encode. Okay, URL encoded. Okay, so body passer.url encoded. So let's come down here and let's set the extended to true. Extended. Okay, so we set it to true now. So we set the extended to true. Beautiful. So the next thing we have to do again is that we're gonna say app.use now. App.use. Then we're gonna say body passer.json. Body passer.json. Okay, JSON. All right. So then we need this app.use. Then let's get this cookie now. Cookie. All right. Okay. So having done that, so we want to run our app now. We want to run our app now on local host. So let's come down here. Let's say constant now. Constant ports. Okay. Constant port is equals to process .env.ports. So then we're gonna say what I'm trying to do here is that if we are on local host, it's going to run on port 3000. So this port can be can be anything. Can be 6000, can be the 4000, can be 8100. So but let's just use let's stick to 3000. So what I'm trying to do is that I'm saying constant port. If you are on localhost, it should run on 3000, but if you are not on localhost, it's going to be process.env.port. So that is what I'm trying to do here. So let's now say, let's go and listen to the server now. We're gonna say server server.listen. Okay, server.listen at ports. Okay, at ports. Then we have, come here, then let's console.log if everything is working fine. I'm gonna say console.log. Okay, console.log. Then we are gonna say server. Okay, let me push this down so that we'll be able to see what I'm doing. I'm gonna say server running. I'm gonna say server running on ports. So let's come here and add this $sign. Then we have then we're gonna have ports here. So having done that, so then the other thing we need to do, I forgot to do, is that we are going to get server is undefined. So for us not to get that error, so let's say constant server. Okay, for us to prevent that, constant server is equals to http create, okay, create server, http create server, then okay, it create server app. Good. So this is all what we need to do to get our this is all we need to do to get our app running on local host. So let's quickly create that folder for that public. So let me just come here and create new folder. So let me call the folder public. So let me call it public. All right. So let me come to inside this public. I want to create just a simple HTML. So let me just say let me save it. So let me say index now, for example, .html for you to be able to see. .html, come on, .html. So save. So let me just have some basic HTML code here. All right. Let me say test server. All right, test server, and let me have an h1 tag here. Okay. So this is our server. Okay. This is our server. All right. So let me save now. So let me go into my command prompt, and don't forget you must be inside that folder. Let me say cd. Let me go back. Okay. So the name of my folder is let me check. Okay, hms tut. Okay. So then I'll come here. I'm going to say npm run dev. Do you know where we're getting this from? Let me show you. Now let's go back into our package.json. So this is it. I've already said, okay, anytime this app wants to run, anytime I want to run it on localhost, I've given it a div here that is node server. Are you getting it now? So what I'm just going to do here is just that, to say npm run dev. Are you getting it now? So it's going to run this dev here. That is going to run node server. Are you getting it now? So that's all what I need to do. So let me see now. If everything is working fine, we should be able to get response saying it's running on localhost and stuff like that. Okay. All right. So as you can see, I get an error here saying http. Oh, this is a topographical error. Sorry, it should be http. It's not http. Okay. And now let me quickly tell you the essence of NodeMore now. So if you are not using NodeMore, the importance of why we use NodeMore is because NodeMore will help us to anytime we make a changes. For example, now as I make an error here, if I don't install NodeMore, are you getting it now? I'll have to always kill the server and run it again. So if there is no NodeMore, since I've been able to install NodeMore will help me to, anytime I make any changes in my code, you should automatically recompile and rerun the code. So instead of me to keep coming back to my command prompt to kill the server and restart it all the time, only God knows how many times you are going to have errors in your code and you are going to need to make changes. So you imagine you coming back 10, 15, 20 times to your command prompt to kill the server, to start to kill. That is too stressful. So but NodeMore will help us, it will help us to it solved this this stress for us by helping us to recompile our code anytime we make a change. So just see what we're going to happen now. Let me go and make the error I make here. Let me go and correct it. So let me head on to my app.js. This is it here. It should be HTTP. All right. So let me save now and go back here. You see, it's running. It's restarting again due to changes. This is why you see now our server is running. Node more will help us to recompile it. So server running on port 3000. So let me head on to my browser now and let's see. Let's go back here. Let me clear. Okay, and load localhost 3000 and let's see if the response we are going to get. You can see now. So this is test server. This is our server. So we are able to open this is the index.html now. So I've been able to open the static file and running it on localhost 3000. So that's how you can set up your server locally. Are you getting it now? So that's how you can set up your server locally. So having done that now, so the last thing on this video we need to do is that we need to connect to our database. We need to connect to our database, and for us to be able to do that, so we need to, let's come down here. We need to be able to connect to our database. So for us to be able to do that, so let me come here and open a new folder. Let me call it DB controller. New folder. So inside this new folder, then I'm going to, let me call it DB underscore controller. Okay, DB underscore controller. So inside this DB underscore controller, let's have a new file and call it DB controller.js. Let me save it. So we're going to say DB underscore controller.js. All right. So this is where we need to connect to our database. So let's quickly connect to our database. So what we need to do is we're gonna say variable MySQL. All right. So variable MySQL is equals to require. Don't forget we've already installed MySQL. So we're gonna say require MySQL. All right. MySQL. Okay, so let's proceed. Then we need Expressjs as well. So we're gonna say Express is equals to require Express again. We need it. Okay, Express. All right. So then we need the router now. We're gonna say variable router now. Variable router is equals to express.router. So we want to use express router. So express.router. All right. So the next thing again, we need the body parser here as well. Variable body. All right, body parser is equals to require now. Equals to require. So we need to require body parser. All right, we need to require body parser. So the next thing we need to do now is that we now want to connect to our database. Let's just say variable con is equals to now, connect, I shorten it to con, C-O-N, it's equals to MySQL dot create, okay, dot create connection. That is, we want to create a connection, dot create connection. So then we need to come down here. So what's the connection we want to create? Our host should be local host, don't forget, because that is where we are running it. So local host, that is our host. All right, so then what is the username now? The username by default should be root. If you have not tampered with it, so it should be root. All right, once you downloaded your SAM and you get your DHP running, so the default should be root. So okay, all right. So the password now should be nothing. If parameter you've set a password, just put in your password. I haven't set a password, so I'm going to leave it empty. All right. So the next thing again is the database name now. The name you give to your database the other time. I use HM system, but I use HMS personally. I use HMS, but when I was explaining the other time, I use HMS system. So depending on the name you give your database, just put it here. Are you getting it now? So depending on the name you give your database, just put it here. So now then we need to say come now. That is to connect to our database should be dot connect. All right. Should be dot connect. Then we have function. We're gonna say function. If there is an error, which we need to get the error here. So right. So let's come down here. We're gonna say if there is an error. If there is an error, we want it to throw an error, so we need to say throw error. All right, so but if there is no error, we want to say console.log. Let's come down here and say you are connected. Okay, you're connected to database. All right, so let me just come here, instead of me putting this here, yeah, let me call this and give an s here, say s and paste this here. So let me save now. Let me go back into this console log. If everything is working fine, you should be able to get it connected to our database. You will get connected to our database. Right, so we say server running on port 3000. So how are we going to know if we are connected to our database? Let me check. You should be able to get this. You are connected to database. This console.log connected to database. Okay, let me see why we are not getting that. Okay, so this is all what we need to do to connect to our database. So just come here, console.log, you are connected to database. So also make sure all these things are correct, root, HMS. So in my next video, I'm going to take us further on how you can sign up, and save. We are going to start creating some API for our sign up, for our login and the like. So that's what we're going to do in my next video. So I believe you've understand what we've done today. So what we've been able to do today is that we've been able to set up all what we need to do to get our projects running on our local host, and as well we've been able to connect to our database. Anyway, I don't know why I'm not getting a response here, so I think I'm going to figure that out in my next video. But I am very, very sure that we are connected to our database, because if to say we've not connected to our database, we should get error. So I'm very, very sure of that. So I'm going to look into that in my next video, but at least we've been able to get us our server running on 30,000 and been able to understand how you can set up your project to run on local host. So guys, if you're having any question, if you're having any challenges related to what we've done today, don't hesitate, just drop your question into the comment section. And if you have learned one or two things today, kindly hit the subscribe button. It's free, it costs you nothing. Please kindly hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit on the notification button as well. Hit the like button if you like this video, if you like this tutorial, just hit the like button. So thank you so much for taking your time to watch this tutorial. I'm still your host, I'm still your friend Steven. See you in my next video. Thank you so much.